on another sunset walk. You can kind of see it on the other side over there. And I'm gonna walk to my usual spot. You guys hear the birds? I'm gonna walk to my usual spot to see if we can catch the sunset, some deer out in the field, and hopefully for anybody who joins the live stream, have a chat. I got dinner started, and it's about maybe 10 minutes away from being done. So I asked the hubby to go ahead and finish the last step, to keep an eye on it, and add the last bit of vegetables that I had cut up to put into it. Definitely was a beautiful, still is, the day's not over yet. Beautiful day. Forecast said mid 50s, and we got into the mid 60s. So oh, sorry, my hair's a little messy here, but hi, thanks for popping in. I know I do get some people who watch and join my live stream who don't say anything, and that's okay. Just as long as you're here, keeping me company. And now that the sun's going down, even though the last time I looked at the temperature, it said it was like 62, but there is a little bit of a breeze. There's the sun, or sun setting. Got cows over here in this part of the field. The breeze is kind of just going right through my jacket. It is a little bit chilly. But as I was saying, I got dinner started. Hi there, thank you guys so much for popping in. I know I wanted chicken. I just kept playing in my head, how was I going to prepare the chicken? I didn't do anything fancy, just got some seasoning with garlic and onion, and I don't have much in way of in vegetables, but when my mom was staying with us for about a week, before she left, she had gotten some celery. So I was like, let's throw in some celery. I had some green beans. It's just one of those things where, let's try and put this together and see. I had soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar, and right now it's on its last part. Set timer for how long? 7 minutes. Don't forget to lower the heat. So yeah, I've never had the chicken prepared this way. I mean, at least with the vegetables added to it like that. I've done the soy sauce and vinegar, but not with celery and green beans. I speak un poquito. My main language is English. I know it looks like I could speak Spanish, but I don't. I'm actually from a tropical island in the South Pacific called Guam. And we speak Chamorro there. And it has a couple of words that are similar to Spanish words. All right, we're here at our favorite spot. Catch that sunset. But thank you for popping in. The sun, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. There we go. I don't know what that means. But we got the sunset going. Just doing my sunset walk. It's beautiful out. And sometimes in this same spot, we can catch deer in the field. And the last few times that I've done this, we caught deer in the field. I don't know if it's because it is a little bit on the chilly side. I don't know if we'll see them out tonight. But we got that beautiful sunset. I'm running me puppets, but me. Thank you, NATO. I appreciate that. Handle your puppets. Make that money. But right here, just beyond this tree line, is where we'll find the deer sometimes. They'll be coming off over that little hill right there and into this field, into this part of the field right over here. And then there's that tiny hill right here. We'll see them sometimes come running across the field around this time. But it doesn't look like we're seeing any. I don't see any yet. Just trying to catch the rest of that sunset getting behind the trees. So from wherever you may be watching this from, if you didn't have a nice, clear, sunny day, hopefully this will help to end your day, catching a really nice sunset. And I don't know if you guys can see the coloring. I keep saying this every time, but when you see where the sun is at, and then you got just a dome here of one color, and then there's another level and another level before you actually hit the white and the blue of the sky in the background. Hey Becca, welcome back. Wish I could take credit. I was trying to see if I could catch it from my bathroom because on the second floor, because it faces where the sun sets. But because I have that screen on the window, it was kind of getting in the way. So I was like, okay, we'll just go for a walk. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there is still a little bit of a breeze. It's more than a little bit of a breeze. Let's see, any deers? I don't see any deers. Don't see any deers. I know one of the other times that I was out here, I didn't walk over far enough and there was deers just on the other side of this fence, but I don't see any deer out today. I think I do see deer way across the field over there on the other side. So I don't know if they're going to make it this way or not. Yeah, I see one. Sunset view, I might actually just go to a different spot to try and see if we can catch different colors, because from this spot in my neighborhood, even though it's still really pretty, I don't catch all the colors like the red and the orange like I would do, or like what I would see in other areas. No, still no deer making its way over here. When we were making a delivery earlier in one of the neighborhoods that I had mentioned before, where you tend to find a lot of, big groups of deers. Well, small to larger groups of deer. We didn't even see any there either. What we did end up catching was a dead skunk in the middle of the road. The skunks definitely have been out. Oh, you're getting wind noise? Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze. Quite a bit of a breeze. Is it making me sound robotic? There's planes. Probably can't see them when they're too small. But you should be able to hear it. There's two planes there. Turn a little. There's the plane. Look, there's the moon. That white dot in the sky. Is that the scene from that? No. With the plane flying over? Wait. Yeah, you're right. There was a plane flying over. Richie! In case y'all don't know where that's from. It's based on a movie. I mean, it's a movie based on Richie Valens. Uh-oh. Something's going on. A lot of dogs barking. All right. Yeah, let's I'm gonna go ahead and start walking back. How's the chicken looking, babe? For those of you guys that do like to cook, I mean, my mom growing up, she used to do that all the time, and especially with chicken. When she has no idea what to make, because there's 9 of us, including my parents, that's 11, and not knowing what to make, and she would just throw stuff together. I mean, I'm not always creative like that. Today, like I said, I don't know how well that's going to come out, mixing the vegetables that I put in there. I don't like celery. Cooked celery, okay, it's not too bad, because the flavor isn't as strong when it's cooked. And that was the last vegetable that was added to the chicken towards the end. So, but we'll see. Like I said, it's chicken, it's green beans, it's celery, soy sauce, vinegar, a little bit of water, tone down that acidity from the vinegar. Not that I added a lot of it. But in Guam, minus the vegetables that I added to it, the dish, when you're cooking chicken and you add soy sauce and vinegar, that's called stufao, when you stufao the meat, which is usually a mixture of soy sauce, vinegar, and a little bit of water, like I said, to tone it down. But stufao, that's what that one's called, when you do that to the meat. And it's not just chicken, but most of the time it is chicken or ribs when it's cooked that way with soy sauce and vinegar. I mean, I've tried other people's, because everyone always ends up with their version of cooking some recipes, and not that they were bad, but at least for my personal taste, that's why I do add a little bit of water, because sometimes the soy sauce flavor can be a little bit on the strong side, or the vinegar a little bit on the strong side. So you gotta add the water. But even, when you're cooking the chicken, that, you do end up with a little bit of water in there that was drawn out too, but from the steam and stuff. But I still add a little bit more water on top of that. For any fellow cooks out there, what is a dish that you've made to where you just threw stuff together? I've been on this, I've been kind of binge watching Gordon Ramsay's Master Chef Junior. We haven't watched the adult version of it, the Master Chef, in quite a while. Honestly, I don't even know what's the last season I watched of Master Chef. But I've been watching Master Chef Junior, and oh my gosh, some of these kids it's crazy. Oh, I've been cooking all my life, and they're 8 years old or 9. I think the age range for the MasterChef Junior is 8 to 12. But goodness gracious, I'm just like, I wasn't cooking like that at 8 years old, not even 10 or 11. I could cook rice on the stove at that age. I think maybe even fry or scramble eggs, stuff like that. You can kind of still see the orange. Oh, that almost looks like a little bit of a rainbow, the way the coloring separates right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I think it's probably just because the lighting of the sunset back there. night. Looks like the hubby is waiting for me. There's another plane coming. I had to put my hoodie on. I said there is a little bit of a breeze, and every time that wind blows, it just cuts right through you. Plus, I'm hiding how my hair is messy. Oh my goodness. This sucks. Or I'm sorry, not this, but it sucked today. Saturday and Sundays for gig work is usually our golden days, with higher payouts. Our goal when the hubby and I work together is to try and make at minimum $200 in the day. And the last time we made our goal was on the 9th of last month. So, yeah. I don't even think we broke $100 today. But we did have to cut our shift short because the hubby, for those of you guys that haven't been following my channel, the hubby had a dental procedure this past Monday that involved a little bit of minor bone grafting. So his jaw was bothering him. So we ended up coming home. And he built up a little bit of a tolerance, and at the same time it messed. And for those of you guys that are military, prior military, or know about, ibuprofen was the go-to med when you're in the military. Huh? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Motrin. In the military, it was Motrin, which is still ibuprofen, but it was Motrin. You got a headache? Here, take a Motrin. Cut your finger? Here, take a Motrin. Lost a foot? Here, take a Motrin. And they would have this 800 milligram. And those things are freaking horse pills. I mean, you're talking about the little average size average size pills that you would find in the ibuprofen. No, you're talking about horse pill. And they were thick. And oh my gosh, I would have a hard time. I mean, when I was a kid, trying to take pills, pretty much with any kid really, trying to get them to swallow the pill, I literally have to just like shove it down the back of my throat. But when it comes to the Motrin from the military, Jesus, I would have to break it in half just so I'd be able to take the Motrin. But the downside about taking too much ibuprofen is that it messes up your stomach. So if you take it too much. And one year when we were stationed in Germany, that's exactly what had happened. I'm not sure if it had to do with my knees at the time, but something had been bothering me for a while, and I was taking the Motrin, but at a lower grade. I would only take half the size of that horse pill. But anyways, I developed it was severe stomach pain. I mean, it was like someone punching you in the stomach. And I ended up in the emergency room. And I was in the hospital for 2 days because they wanted to observe while they were giving me pain meds. And this is when we were stationed in Germany. So I was in a German hospital. But I had to stay in the hospital for 2 days. And they did the x-rays, they did the blood panel work, and they couldn't find anything that would cause the pain that I was experiencing. And after talking to my regular doctor, and after talking to my regular doctor, trying to find out what have I eat, what have I done differently, and the only thing that would have made sense was the fact that prior to that severe stomach pain that I went through, I had taken on pretty much on a daily basis, I was taking Motrin. So it just jacked up my stomach big time. Aw, thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so be careful for those of you guys that even ibuprofen. I mean, that's what he does, because his military career, any type of pain, from the low grade pain to the, really bad, what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? The pain that can knock you out, taking ibuprofen or Motrin, that can jack, especially if you're taking it for prolonged use, it can mess up your stomach. I mean, it was still not 100% sure that's what caused the pain, but it was very similar. The pain that I was experiencing was very similar to the pain prior to finding out that it was my gallbladder. That pain, I mean, it would last anywhere from just a few minutes to a few hours. Now that one, it was maybe a combination, but a little bit more of someone punching you in the stomach or the gut, and then reaching in and then grabbing it and twisting it. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's one time we were getting ready to eat and I had an episode. And I was crying. I was just, bent over. And, my hubby here just felt, he just couldn't do anything. There was nothing that he could do other than just be there. And when the pain subsided, I was like, okay, I'm hungry now. Because I was getting ready to eat when the pain came on. But it took 6 years. Can you guys believe that? It took 6 years before a doctor, and we were stationed in England at that time. But it took 6 years of me going to the emergency room with that severe stomach pain before someone finally figured it out. Hey, yeah, we see a mass in your gallbladder. And that was, oh my gosh. Because you know how some things that you're going through, they set it up as an elective, meaning you can do it now or you can set it 6 months from now type thing, because it's not that important. It's not a have to type surgery. Well, that's how they set it up initially. Please tell your husband thank you for his service. Did you hear that? What did he say? I don't know if you guys heard him or not. He said welcome. But I was like, no, I don't want to be dealing with this pain anymore. So I was like, when's your next available? And that's what they did. And they get in there. It was a laparoscopic. It was supposed to be a laparoscopic. If you've never had a gallbladder surgery, the laparoscopic, they make 3 incisions in your abdominal area. One is the camera. And it's supposed to be non-invasive. Something that's only going to take like maybe 2 hours, and then you're done. Hey, yeah, ended up in the operating room for almost 6 hours. We went from a laparoscopic to an open surgery, because once they got the camera in there, they're like, yeah, we're going to have to cut her open. So yeah. My husband's in the waiting room. They gave him one of those things that you get at the restaurant when you're waiting for a table, that lights up to let you know. So that way, if he wanted to leave the hospital, that's how they would buzz him. It's just important to me to say that servicemen and women. Yes. Oh, well, thank you. He's not, I don't know, humbled by the fact when people say thank you for your service. So, and he's shy. He doesn't like it when the camera's on him too. But yeah, so the crazy thing is he's in the waiting room, and because he never left the hospital, even though they told him it wasn't going to take long. And another couple ends up in the waiting room, and then a doctor or a nurse comes in and starts to talk to them, and talking about, yeah, the current surgery is taking longer than anticipated, yada yada, gonna have to reschedule, something like that. And my husband hears this, and as soon as the doctor was done talking to them, he's like, excuse me, I think you're talking about my wife. What's going on? Yeah, nobody came out to tell him. 2 hours, come and gone. 3 hours, 4 hours. No one came out and say, hey, we ran into a little bit of a complication. It's going to take longer. We're going to have to cut her open. Yeah. I was pretty upset when I found out that part after the whole surgery was done with, but yeah, they ended up having, I've got like a 5-inch cut right here. So I'm never going to have that flat belly. I'm never going to have that 6-pack, because they had to cut through all of that. I just got married, learning to be a husband. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Many blessings to you and your wife. So yeah, if you guys have the ability to go see the doctor for whatever ails you, don't wait too long. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask your doctor, what else do you think could be causing this pain? Because like I said, that took 6 years. 6 years to discover it was my gallbladder. And the reason why it became an open surgery was because the mass that they had saw, they didn't realize how bad it was. That not only was it larger than my gallbladder, but it had started to rub against one of my small intestine. So that was what was causing the major pain, because there was a hole in my intestine. But they had to sew that up. They had to fix those areas, and yeah, that definitely was no fun that day. Oops, somebody gave me an extra tip. What? I have to check that out. From doing. All right. Did you try it, babe? You didn't try it?
It's cooling down.
It's cooling down. Oh, look at that. Like I said, you got the soy sauce and you got the vinegar. Oh yeah, can't wait to try that. I smell like I've been outside. Where's my cup? But okay, we're getting ready to have dinner. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, joining me on my walk, and a little bit of that sunset you guys were able to see. I said, one of these days, I'm going to go to an area where we can see a proper sunset with all the beautiful colors that it can create. Oops. Ugh. Go back to watching Nicole. The Grind with Nicole. But you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream, which is going to be tomorrow. Please join me for a live stream tomorrow. It's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're in or around Texas, who just popped in? Sheila! Hey, Sheila. I was just getting ready to end the live stream. Doing good. I just came back in from doing a sunset walk. I got Nicole streaming on my laptop, and the chicken just finished cooking, so I was getting ready to go eat dinner. But thank you so much for popping in, even if it's only for a minute. Hope everything's been good with you. I know I heard that I saw your message on Discord about, your new job has been keeping you real busy, which is good. That's real good. No worries. I try to do it once or twice a week now on doing my sunset walks. It's actually been really good for me. Sorry, I need to put my reading glasses on now so I can see. But yeah, so that's really awesome to hear, Sheila, that the job has been going well. Wait, NATO, are you streaming right now too? Let me go to your page. No. What's a good idea? Don't forget to turn your clocks ahead. Oh, that was last night. That was last night. Or should I say at 1 a.m. this morning was when daylight savings kicked in. Or 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. this morning is when you were to turn your clocks ahead 1 hour.
I parked in the driveway. The truck clock said 2:10. I went upstairs, got ready for bed, and my phone said 3:30. And I was like, I was not getting ready for an hour and a half.
Doing the sunset walk live. Oh, yes. Yeah. Definitely inspired by Fran doing her sunset lives. And I figured, doing the whole walk thing was going to be good for me. Because where I walk to is not far from the house. It's just like maybe 3 blocks up the road to an open field area to where I can watch the sunset go behind the trees. And we can even catch deer. No, it happened this morning. All week we've been trying to remind ourselves, you're like, okay, come Sunday, what was 7 a.m. is actually going to be 8 a.m. on losing that hour. So yeah, that happened this morning. Hopefully that didn't mess with any of your tasks today, Sheila. Yeah, probably. I mean, just like with our car, the only thing we had to, in the phones, the only thing we had to change the time on was our clock that's on the wall in our living room, and then the stove and the microwave. She's like, oh, I didn't even realize it happened overnight. Yeah. I think if it weren't for my doctor's appointment that I had a week ago, because it came up about daylight savings, I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, it's in a week. And I was like, huh? I was like, I thought that wasn't going to be until like later in March or at least in April. He's like, nope. It's in a week. So I was like, oh boy. Because I thought daylight savings happens every 6 months. No wonder I no wonder I feel extra tired today. It didn't mess things up. Well, that's good. That's good, Sheila. I'm going to stream when you're done picking up meat puppy. Okay. Yeah, I've got one of an open page to your channel, NATO. So I'll go ahead and pop in. I might just be doing the whole, stalking type, NATO, because we're getting ready to eat. Yeah, Sheila, you better make sure you go and update all your clocks that don't change automatically. But again, Sheila, it was really good to see you pop in. If you do get a chance, like I said, tomorrow I am gonna go live. That's my scheduled live stream. I go in at 11, as I know it's during the day for you, so it'll be understandable if you can't pop in because you'll be working.
The guy,
Yeah, sometimes it's like they move it up earlier in the year and further back at the end of the year. So I'm like, I thought it's supposed to happen every 6 months. So I don't know.
so Angela was
I don't know
looking
what they're doing.
for the freeze, and the guy didn't tip him at all. And
Oh,
then
wait a minute.
again,
Okay, so I'm no longer in Nicole's live for whatever I'm now in Sunny's.
so Angel says he's not taking
I'm now in Sunny's live stream.
he's gonna refuse delivery to that guy. I said, well, you can't expect tips from everybody, and you work.
But okay, y'all. Again, thank you guys so much for joining, keeping me company. I hope you'll keep coming back. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. You guys stay safe. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my next live stream.
Not doing it because
Have a wonderful evening. Good night, Nato. Good night, Sheila. And whoever else is watching but staying in the background. Adios.
he doesn't want to.
Okay, thank you, Sheila. Bye.